Hi guys, and welcome to day 16 of the 25 sessions of Christmas series. Today we're looking at a position play activity. It's fantastic if you coach 7v7 and you play a 2-3-1 formation in particular. It's been made famous somewhat by Pep Guardiola. It's the 4 versus 4 plus 3. So as with the previous position play activities that we've looked at, this one will start with 2 even teams of 4 and 3 neutral players. The 3 neutral players will remain where they are, so as you can see we've got 2 green players either end of the pitch and we've got 1 green player in the middle representing the centre midfield player. They've also got 4 blues on the outside, so if we're looking at it from the point of view of a 2-3-1 shape, it's like you've got your 1 goalie, your 2 defenders, your left and your right, your centre mid, your 2 wingers and your striker at the top. The blues and the greens are looking to work together to keep the ball away from the yellows. The yellows will work together to cut off passing lanes and try and win the ball back, and if they're able to, they will then transition with the blues to become the in-possession team. The blues will then become the out-of-possession team and try and win the ball back. Ideally, you're going to want to challenge your players to use minimal touches, so 1, 2, 3 touches at most. Of course, we're working with young players here, not the Manchester City first team, so we have to give them a little bit of leeway. Sometimes players might need 4, 5, 6 touches in order before they release the ball, and that's not a bad thing. If they're able to get themselves out of a difficult situation, then we shouldn't be criticising that, we should be praising it. Likewise, when I've run this practice in the past, players can have a tendency on the outside to back up when they've got a little bit more space behind them to give themselves more time to think. Try and challenge them to stay within the parameters of the pitch that you've set rather than backing up. If they do, don't go mad about it. Maybe then you can introduce the transition so they're now out of possession because they've gone off the pitch, and that's how it would be in a game. But early on, give them a little bit of leeway as long as they're not backing up too much away from the sideline. In terms of things you're going to want to challenge your players to do from a positional point of view, we've talked about the centre midfield the last week in terms of being in between the 4 players and always creating that triangle on the ball. We're also talking about the wingers and the fullbacks trying to make the pitch as wide as possible and trusting your goalkeeper in possession of the ball. Technically, the players on the outside want to maintain a good body shape, so they're on the half turn, they've got an open body, they can lift their head, they can look at the ball and away from the ball and process the information that the defenders, the teammates and the space available is giving them. And we also want to encourage good passing and receiving skills, especially off the back foot. Playing off the back foot gives them plenty of opportunities. It makes it easier for them to turn and have the ball under control. It also makes it easier for them to disguise their intentions. If they turn their body as though they're going to control on the back foot and the defender moves, they can just cut the ball back and play the ball into the space that the defender has then vacated. In order to progress the session, we're going to make it a little bit more realistic to a game, so we're going to place a goal behind where the goalkeeper is. Now we're going to put the challenge now on the team who win the ball. If you win it, can you go and score? Obviously, it's up to the players on the outside to then transition to defence quick enough and make it difficult for them to score. In terms of how quick or how soon you want them to score, you might put a touch limit on them. You could put a time limit on them. You could even put a challenge for the players who are transitioning to defence to get 3 or all 4 players goal side. And if that happens, then the team who have won the ball, in this case it's the blues, would have to pass the ball to one of the greens and then open up to the outside and start keeping possession instead. Adds a little bit of game realism to those moments of transition. Also encourages players to react fast if they win the ball with an opportunity to score. So this is a really good practice to help the team shape of your 7v7 team if they're playing a 2-3-1. My teams play a 3-1-2, but the way we try and set up in the build-up phase in particular, we shape ourselves similar to this. So this practice has been really helpful for my team in terms of getting the ball through the defensive third and the middle third into that final third of the pitch at the recent tournaments that we've had. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe because day 17 is coming tomorrow. It's going to be a game constraint for a small-sided game and you're not going to want to miss it.